Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and we're back with another video discussing some more Hytale. Hypixel Studios just released a brand new blog post covering a ton of information regarding Hytale servers. So today we're going to be taking a look at all of that information, including the programming languages, the in-game server browser, which looks really cool, server mods, a friend system, and the official adventure and minigame servers that will be available. So first off, I just want to clarify that all of this information could change by the time the game is released. It is in an official blog post, so it'll most likely be in the game in some form. However, the game is not available yet. We haven't had a chance to take a look at it, so who really knows what's going to happen. But first off, just to get it out of the way, Hytale's client is written in C#. However, the servers run on Java. This means Hytale's servers are using the same programming language as Minecraft. What this means is anyone developing Minecraft plugins, mods, or servers should be able to fairly easily convert to Hytale. And they also say that the decision to go with Java as the server programming language was just made off of their years of experience running the Hypixel network, which of course, being a Minecraft server, it was all based on Java, which means they should have a lot of experience and they should be able to provide fairly optimized servers. And then using C# for the client provides additional performance benefits as well. Modding looks to be a huge part of Hytale and Hypixel's plan for the game, so when a player connects to a server, it will download any new or changed assets, meaning that server owners will be able to customize just about every aspect of the game. This is actually really cool because it means players won't have to go to like third-party websites or leave the game at all in order to download some really cool mods and some really cool resources. And the best part about all of that is it allows server owners to do pretty much whatever they want and not have to worry about leaving a huge part of the player base out from the experience. Because with mods, a lot of the people that play Minecraft, they don't really want to have to go download mods. But since the way Hytale seems to be providing it, it's going to be completely seamless. You're just going to click join, it's going to download everything, and you're going to connect straight away. I feel like there's going to be a lot more unique servers out there, and there is going to be a lot more modding in Hytale than there even was in Minecraft, which definitely has a lot of mods. They even claim that the UI or user interface will be customizable, which as a server owner, that sounds very cool to me. Basically, it means you're going to be able to create your own menus or user interfaces, as I said, for things in the game. For example, most servers in Minecraft, they actually use chests as the user interfaces to create their menus. So when you go on a server, say you're going on a network and you click the compass to open up the server selector, that is actually a chest menu or a chest GUI, graphic user interface, and Hytale is actually going to allow players or server owners or anyone to create their own UIs, which might not sound like a big deal, but definitely as a server owner, I can say that the Minecraft system of using chests as the UI, it's very tedious, and I can't wait to see what people are able to do with this whole new system. Now, the server browser has to be the coolest part of this entire blog post. Basically, it's just taking all of those Minecraft server lists that you've seen out there and implementing them and similar features into the base game. Now, they actually clarify that this image here is actually just concept art, so take that for what it's worth. It will most likely end up being something similar to this, but basically, you'll be able to either find or advertise your server. And the really cool thing about this is that you'll be able to include images, a description, it'll actually show the player count and your ping, your connection to the server, which is really cool. It also allows you to make news posts for your server, and surprisingly, it actually allows you to link out to your website. Now, I'm sure there will still be Hytale server lists out there, but this definitely will reduce how important those are because you'll pretty much be able to do everything in game. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if those things just really don't take off the same way that they did with Minecraft. You will still be able to connect to a server directly just using the IP, so you won't have to actually search for it if you don't want to. You can still find a server online and you can connect, or you can get your friend's IP and you can connect that way, but this provides just more ways for players to find or advertise their servers. And also, there will be a tag system, which basically allows you to put a specific amount of tags onto your server so that when players are looking for servers, they can look up those tags and your server will be shown on the list of servers that have that tag included. Now, I'm sure you'll be able to search the servers by most popular, by tag, possibly even your connection to the server, as well as maybe a few other different ways of filtering. There might even be featured servers. Who really knows? We don't have that much information on it, but there is a lot of really cool things that they could do with this server browser, and it's definitely going to help out server owners a lot with getting their server out there. It's kind of going to even the playing field for anyone that creates a server. If anyone can go ahead and just post their server directly onto this list, everyone is going to end up on the best servers rather than those that were just advertised in the best possible ways, because with Minecraft right now, you kind of have to advertise through third parties in order to actually get any players to join your server. So I make a lot of comparisons with Minecraft when I'm describing this game, and maybe that's not a great thing, but this is another thing where I want to compare with Minecraft, and that is the friend system. So Minecraft doesn't actually have any sort of friend system. However, Hytale will have a friend system, and it's also going to allow you to join your friends' world. So they have a couple of different things here explained. Basically, in Minecraft, if you want to play with your friends, you'll need to create a server and you'll need to port forward in order for them to be able to connect to your world. However, with Hytale, they apparently will have some protocols in place which will allow you to connect directly to your friends' worlds without having to set anything up, which is really cool. So basically, your friends will load up a single player world, they'll open it up so that anybody can join, and then you can just connect directly to them without having to ever leave the game. Again, it's another one of those things that's just as seamless as possible, and kind of similar to how mods, you just join the server, it downloads them all, you never have to leave Hytale. It seems like with the friends list system and the friends server system, they're kind of going for the same thing. You'll never have to leave the game, which I think is really, really cool, and definitely going to make the game a lot more fun for a lot more people. Now, it is interesting because this might affect the amount of players that are actually playing on those multiplayer servers. So I'm sure there will still be a ton of people that want to play in huge communities, but for those people that are just looking for a survival world to play with 5 to 10 other players, maybe even less than that, maybe 2 or 3 players, rather than going onto some big survival server that has 100 players online, they can just start up their own world. Everybody can connect instantly without having to really pay for anything or set anything up on their end. It's super easy, super seamless, and that does mean that there might be a pretty big group of players that normally, at least in Minecraft's ecosystem, would be playing on public servers that are now playing on their own private worlds with just a few of their friends. So I feel like there are going to be a lot more Hytale servers out there than there were even for Minecraft, and I feel like the competition is going to be a lot higher, which is really cool and kind of scary at the same time. I do plan on having my own community server. I'm not really too worried about that because it's just going to be a small server for me to play with all of you guys, the subscribers, as well as anybody else that wants to just join in or ends up finding the server through the server browser. But I do think there is going to be a ton of competition out there, and the reason that it's actually a good thing is because the more competition, the more it pushes people to create more unique and cooler things. With Minecraft, we ended up seeing a lot of servers fall into maybe a handful of different game modes, and really towards the last few years, there really hasn't been that much in terms of new game modes and things. Of course, we have Hypixel always creating new game modes. We have a few other servers that are really, really unique, but we also have a majority of player-made servers that are either factions, prisons, or, I mean, those are really the only two I can think of off the top of my head. You have Sky, Block Sky, Skyblock? Yeah, don't worry guys, I've played Minecraft for almost a decade. I know all the cool game modes out there. But yeah, you don't see that much variety in Minecraft, and I feel like with Hytale, you're going to see a lot more variety just because of how easy they're making it to create mods and how easy they're making it for players to create and advertise their servers directly in-game. Everybody's going to be able to find whatever kind of server they want to find, and everybody's going to be able to share their own creations, which I think is really awesome, and I can't wait to see how everything ends up working out. So I want to talk a little bit about the minigames, the official minigames I should specify, because I'm sure there will be many non-official minigames, but the official minigames that we can expect to see in Hytale at launch. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say a lot of these will probably just be converted directly from Hypixel's server, but there will probably also be at least a couple of brand new game modes that we've never seen before. But I want to go ahead and put this out here. It's going to see Sky Wars. I can almost guarantee that. That was in the trailer, pretty obvious. It's also going to see Bed Wars. That is actually, I believe, Hypixel's most popular game mode at the moment. And we also have this little icon here. It's a little pillow and an axe. Bed Wars makes sense. We can probably expect that. I'm going to say the first one is probably Sky Wars, seeing that it's a couple floating islands. There's a sword there. We also see this icon here with the different colors kind of walled off, and that's either going to be regular walls or mega walls, maybe both. Now, walls was actually, I believe, Hypixel's, or at least one of the original Hypixel minigames, one of the most popular original Hypixel minigames way back in the day when the server was first starting up. I remember playing walls on Hypixel. It was a really cool game mode for its time, and it's definitely going to take part in Hytale in some way. I don't really know what these other icons represent. If you have any idea what this little house with a couple of red dots represents, let me know. I have no idea. Some form of attacking other people's bases, trying to blow up their house. I don't know. I have no idea what that could go with. However, this one here most likely represents some form of magic, seeing as there is going to be magic and there's going to be wands and things like that in Hytale in the base game. As far as we can tell, there most likely be a game mode kind of based around that. And then this final one, probably just some kind of duel system so that they can kind of show off the combat, and those players that like fighting each other, they can jump in and just fight. Now, there's a couple of other game modes that I really hope end up making their way onto Hytale's main official minigames, and I'm sure there will be a lot more. We know there's at least going to be 8 from launch based off of these icons here. Not really much of a confirmation, but I can pretty much confirm there will be at least these 6 and probably at least a couple more right off launch. I would also like to see them implement just a general minigame server, so similar to the way they actually have their party games. Basically, it's a bunch of very small mini games that you play in order, you gain points, and you play through maybe 6 to 10 mini games, and whoever ends up with the most points at the end is technically considered the winner. That could be really cool, and I'm kind of curious as to if they're going to have any form of cosmetics on their official servers. I would assume so. We don't really know how they're going to monetize their game, but if it's a free-to-play game, there's definitely going to be some paid cosmetics in there, and I'm guessing they're not going to do any pay-to-win things because they really do seem like they listen to the community. They know what the community wants. They've been running Hypixel for a very long time, and it's also kind of like they came from the community. They're not a AAA studio that's just trying to make a ton of money. Of course, they are backed by some people, but if I had to put money on it, I would most likely guess it's going to be around a $30 to $60 game. Who knows what they're going to put the price tag on it. I really do hope that they go with maybe a $30 game and then don't put any transactions in the game itself. Maybe implement some form of a store system so that servers, individual servers, can actually set up their own stores in-game. They are trying to make everything seamless, so that would be cool. Rather than having to link out to some other website where you can buy things on servers, have it where servers can actually sell things like ranks and perks in-game directly through Hytale systems and don't have to actually link out and then take a percentage of those purchases. I think that could be a great way for them to monetize the game. So for example, on my Pixelmon server, we have a rank called Legend. It's a $50 rank. A lot of people buy it. Say Hytale took maybe 10% of that purchase. Every single time somebody bought that rank on my server, they would get $5 and I would get $45. So I don't know. I feel like I would be definitely okay with that as a server owner, especially if the game was made cheaper because of it. And of course, because they do need to make money off this game. I'm sure that they've put a lot of time, energy, money, all of that stuff. A lot of resources have gone into Hytale. So I really want it to be successful, and I think that could be an interesting way at least to look into for monetizing the entire Hytale game. But that's pretty much it. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are interested in Hytale and more Hytale content. I am going to be posting a video very soon covering combat and weapons in the world of Hytale. It's a really interesting topic and we actually have quite a bit of information on it. So expect that video very soon here on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one.